many worlds interpretation of physics, which permits parallel universes, as well as produces large quantities of them continuously, is dependent on Schrodinger's equation. I have read that Schrodinger's equation has 9 letters or glyphs. I believe that questioning or changing each of those letters would change the meaning as well as possibility of the many worlds interpretation of physics, possibly making it technologicalizable, such that the creation of parallel universes could be purposed or specialized. Planck's constant implies integers. There may be some trigonometric identities at the equation. I haven't looked at it recently. Both integers as well as trigonometric identities are open to mathematical questions. Many people think of pi as 3.14, and then it goes on. Yet, on a curved surface, the ratio of a circle to its diameter can be a wide variety of different numbers. Below 3, above 3, a wide variety. So what happens is that when people use trigonometric ratios, unless they are careful to make sure that their structures and equations go with non-Euclidean spaces, then those equations actually are open to question because they only apply to perfectly linearized things, which are actually just two-dimensional objects. Now, the notion of integers, as it would apply to Planck's constant, has to do with the notion that an integer is a solitary thing. Whereas if you notice the process of noticing, the ability to sense a single thing commonly has to do with a width of perception as well as a kind of bandpass filter that differentiates one thing from another. And so to create an integer, you actually have to describe a system that has two non-integer relationships or identities, which can be numerical. Thus, any integer can actually require the production of non-integers to describe the surrounding space. Thus, if you were to look at Planck's constant, which is a rational number which contains part of an integer, it may be necessary to restate that or create more than one letter or glyph to add to Schrodinger's equation, which would then affect the many worlds interpretation of physics.